Hello and welcome to my review of the GWP 40765 Kamino Training Facility. This has probably been one of my favorite GWPs because I'm a massive fan of the Clone Wars. And though this didn't appear in the Clone Wars, it did appear in I think it was the Attack of the Clones, which is one of the most prevalent movies with the clones in my opinion, other than Revenge of the Sith. Two movies actually feature them. But this has probably been one of the best GWPs other than the droid carrier, I think. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, before we get into the set, I do want to take a look at this box. It looks, again, like the droid carrier. It looks like it could have been an actual set, weirdly enough. But it's just so unique. It's not like the carrier in that way. Like, whoever heard of the Kaminoan, I don't even know what this shit's called. Like, it's not a gunship. It's like a taser. It has this like little pointy thing. I don't know, but that's the front of the box. Back of the box just has them kind of scooting around. It's weird. I think we could have got an extra minifigure to go in the cockpit, but I'm fine with these minifigures. As you'll see, they're pretty great. But yeah, that is the box. On the sides, it's pretty normal. And just pretty regular box art. Like it. Has a like nice light shining through. But I'm just speaking out my ass. Let's get into the minifigures. Alright, the first and only minifigure of this set is going to be the Clone Cadet. It has this beautiful dual leg printing. It's amazing for just such a basic trooper. As side printing or arm printing on both of its sides. Has back printing and front printing, and it has a nice hairpiece. It does not have a back of a dual-molded head. No, back head printing. I don't know what the other. It doesn't have like a separate head that you can use. It's just the bloody chiseled clone face. I don't know what to tell you. But no, it has a pretty good detail. It has like little creases in the middle. Has a nice little neck. Just revealing more of its tan skin. And that is the first and only minifigure. They do come with other weapons, as we see here. With like this longer rifle. By the way, I love what they did with this rifle. It just makes it look better. With that little extra piece that they add on. But yeah, that's the first of 3 minifigures. They're all the same, so I'm just going to move right on to the instructions. Alright, with the instructions, it did come creased in the box on this corner. Let me know if any of that happened to you guys. But that's just, it might just be a skill issue for me. But, yeah, pretty simple. It has this bar at the bottom for some reason to show you your progress. But it's a pretty normal set, just going all the way through it. There is, if I'm right, if I remember correctly when I built the set, there is 3 packets, 3 little baggies. But there may be only 2. I think there's only 2 because it's a pretty small set. But at the back, there is no, like, sets. There's nothing. No sets to, like, show you anything. It's just the Rebuild the World turtle. Your piece count, and you're already at the end. Let's get into the build. Alright, here is the Kaminoan ship. It's the first out of your 3 builds that you get. It's pretty neat build. It's very unique. Like, nobody would be like, oh, my favorite vehicle from Star Wars is the Kaminoan police ship. I don't know what this thing's called, actually. Should look that up later. But, the glaring issue is that I literally have to hold this thing up with my hand or it's going to fall down. Like, here, let's do a little tilt test. Hopefully this thing doesn't shatter. Well, it didn't shatter. It's not the sturdiest build, as you see. Like, this thing's only being held up by 1 piece. But it's a pretty good build. Like, if you, like, actually set it down, it's a good... And it holds itself up well. We have a few play features, like you could shove one of your clone cadets in here. The actual space inside the ship is very lackluster. It's just this little, I don't know what that's called, like light gray. No, that's blue. That's like sand blue, I think is what it's called. But you can close that up. You can barely see inside the thing because it's so dark. But on both of the sides, you probably notice, one of the first thing you notice about the ship is these little thrusters. And I personally think they're kind of ugly, because I think these are supposed to be, like, shockers or something, and these are supposed to be thrusters, and they can, like, transform, so you can put both of your, like, little thrusters back, and it goes that way, and then you can shove it up, and it'll, like, levitate while you shoot out of your little blasters, which I think is a fun idea from whatever person designed this funky ship. But on the end, you get this little make-believe gun. There's a little tail thing at the end, and this is the first out of the 3 builds. It's decent. As I said, it doesn't have a stand, and that's one of the worst parts of this set. And I just think these, like, little guns kind of look ugly, because it just doesn't look too good to me. Plus, you can't shove it up like this without making your own stand, so this is probably going to be a pretty big nick against the set, but it's not as bad as the 3rd build I'm going to be showing y'all later. Alright, this is the first build. Let's move on to the second. Alright, 3rd build is this little armor rack. Get out of here, you. Don't mind that. The 3rd build is this little rack. It has a good looking, I don't know, backside. The thing it stands on is just kind of a mix to hold that thing together. You can hold 3 weapons on it. I mean, it's a weapon rack. What can you expect? It's a pretty simple build, just something for whatever kid's gonna buy the $200 UCS set that you had to pay to get this thing. Or maybe it was less than that. It was like $140, which is reasonable in this day and age for sets like this, but it's just a bit weird that they're including play features on a set you had to spend $140 on, just to get this little play set. But it makes sense. Some kids would want, like, the ATTE or something. By the way, if you do want that ATT, don't buy it on a Lego website. It's literally like $60 off on different websites. You should, I mean, like Walmart, I saw a listing for like $90, so you should definitely go other places. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. So let's move on to the 3rd build, and arguably the worst. 3rd build, even my bloody clone cadet's having a seizure. This thing's horrible. I just gotta say it. Like, you can flick it around. I mean, you gotta bloody hold it, but you can flick it around. It's supposed to, like, shoot little things. It might be cool for toddlers. It's a cool little thing to build up, but for the advanced 14-year-old that I am, it's just not it. It's not. It is a very lame build. Looks like it was made in the 80s, 70s. Who cares? It just looks old. It looks very blocky. Does not look it. It's not it. That's just all I gotta say about this build. Let's move on to the final review. Alright, final review. This set's pretty bad. I don't know. Just like the thought of it being released as its own set without the minifigures, because they're obviously the highlight. If this set just was released without the minifigures and like poly bags or something, it would just, people would clown on it. Like, it would literally be like this little, it would be like the little not Falcon minifigure, like the Millennium Falcon poly bag with like 12 pieces. Like, it would just be, nobody would like it. Like, it would just be like a little, and it would almost look like a Duplo set. The builds are bad. The minifigures are amazing, though. Like, dual leg printing, arm printing. These are like some UCS level minifigures. But, as I said before, the builds just don't look good. That ship looks bad. It doesn't look good. It can't stand up by itself. Those, like, shockers are weird. The glass is too dark. Which is probably accurate, but I just would rather like to see my figures. But, and it's not bad, but it's a pretty big nick. The biggest nick against the set, though, is that Duplo-looking build right there. It's just so bad. It's not it. Arm rack, surprisingly, I'm not that mad about, because we've seen dozens of them in our calendars before. It's okay. It's just an arm rack. Not an arm rack, a weapon rack. I don't know what I'm going on about today. But no, so I think this set deserves a good 4.5 out of 10. And that's just because of the minifigures. If it wasn't, it would probably be like a 1 out of 10. I'm not even kidding. It's not that good. Like the ship, if it didn't have the minifigures, the ship would carry it, even though the ship's also pretty bad. So that should say a lot about this set. But no, this is gonna be my 4th Lego Star Wars review. I'm sorry I haven't been posting for the past 2 days. I've been meaning to, but I've been out for 2 days. Going on, like, I don't want to call it vacation, but it's a little trip out. Working, just chilling out, camping. It was fun, but I will try to make a new video every day, but it's probably not gonna happen. I'm sorry. But if anybody's wondering how I got this GWP, if we get to 100 subscribers by, I don't know, the end of this year, or yeah, the end of this year, I will show you guys and review the set that I got, that I spent far over $140 to get this set, and it's going to be pretty awesome. Alright, this has been my 4th LEGO Star Wars review, the Kamino Trading Facility. Everybody have a good day, and peace out.